Hey everyone, welcome to Acting for Film. I'm Chris Gallego Wong, and I'm an award-winning filmmaker. However, before I ever stepped behind a camera, I was actually in front of it. After studying acting and directing at NYU, I went on to work professionally in the theater for a while, got my Actors Equity Association card. Then I moved to Los Angeles, where I started working in TV commercials and films and some TV shows, and got my SAG-AFTRA card. Funny thing, my first short film was actually funded by a TV commercial that I did for these guys.
We're here for Sign Then Drive.
Hi.
I just leased a Passat for no money down. She wants one too.
Or Jetta.
A Passat.
Funny thing is, I actually drove a Volkswagen Jetta at the time that I booked that commercial. I mean, total coincidence, but you never know. So why are we here?
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
I started this podcast for actors who are just starting out their careers, and also for actors who've been in the game for a while and just looking to level up. To kick things off, we're going to keep it short and sweet. Think like 3 to 5 minute quick tips on auditioning, self-tapes, building your actor's toolkit, and how to manage your own career until you're ready for an agent or a manager. Today, we're going to start with 2 key topics: character development and career advice. Let's start with building complex characters. Actors are incredible observers. We're constantly absorbing and processing and taking in all the experiences that we go through in life. I mean, it's almost like we live dual lives, one immersed in the world that we're in, and another that's quietly observing it and recording it. When I was in college, I lived in this dorm on 200 Water Street down by the South Street Seaport, and NYU is primarily located around, the Village in Washington Square Park. So we would have to take like a trolley or bus to get to class every day from our dorms over at Water Street. So I found this book by Kelsey Grammer called So Far. It kind of chronicles his journey of becoming an actor from childhood into adulthood and then his professional life. So Kelsey Grammer, he describes it so well in his book about this sort of duality, where he recounts this horrible experience he went through where his sister was murdered. And when the police came and told him about it, he kind of describes the reaction he went through. And then it took him a few years later to figure out why he reacted the way he did. Let's take a listen.
This first response to Karen's death bothered me for quite some time. Several years later, though, I found some insight and even some comfort from the book Death Be Not Proud by John Gunther, an autobiographical account of the death of his own son. In a certain passage, he described a quandary similar to the one I had experienced. He spoke of feeling as if he were 2 people at the same time, one involved and one aloof, one in pain and one recording it, almost like a writer who would one day want to tell the story. And there it was, that was the answer. He explained that this was not a crime, but a condition of the artistic personality. A gift of sorts, of logging all experience for future use. The fact that we record emotions as we feel them doesn't make them any less genuine. It's who we are. Actors, writers, painters, musicians, all have this in common. In everything we do, each of us are 2, one for life, one to hold the mirror up to life.
So Far is a great book. I really recommend it, especially if you're an actor and you're coming up in your career. It's almost like reading the journal of somebody who has come up through the artistic life and experiences and made it, because he has a fantastic career. All right, so as a director, I prioritize performance over method, right? But as an actor, I discovered that Stella Adler's approach resonated with me more than Lee Strasberg's method. It's less emotionally taxing and it focuses on external observation rather than pulling from your own personal pain or history. I don't know. I think that protects you as an actor to not have to dig up this intense trauma that you've experienced in your life. Now, I'm not comparing methods and saying which one is better than the other. It completely depends on you, who you are as an actor, who you are as a person. I'm just sharing with you what was effective for me. So a little exercise for you to deepen your understanding of human behavior and starting to fill out your mental roster of types and characters and habits and mannerisms. Try spending an hour people watching. you know, in a busy location, at a city intersection, just anywhere where people congregate. Go to a mall food court, you know, or a restaurant. If you do live in a really busy city, then, you know, anywhere in the city, anywhere there's a cross section or intersection, just there for an hour. I remember when I did this exercise in school, I was studying at Playwrights Horizons, which was located near the Astor Place area. It was one of my favorite areas of the city. And so there was a sandwich shop, this deli, I think it's called Mark's, on St. Mark's something. Anyway, they had the most amazing bagel sandwiches. By the way, I really like food. Maybe I should do a food vlog. That could be bad for me. Anyway, so they had these great bagel sandwiches. So I would just go, I would get a sandwich and I'd find a bench somewhere in Astor Place and just watch people. And it was amazing what you notice when you let people come and go and pass around you. You are still just observing. So get a notebook, get an actor's notebook. Hopefully you have one. If you don't, start one, because the actor's notebooks that I started when I was in college, I still have to this day, and I still reference them. Anytime that I need to do character work, both as an actor or as a director, there's just invaluable information in there. And you know, you think you're going to remember anything? You won't. Just saying, write it down. So I would sit there with my actor's notebook and I would take notes on people passing by, and I just started creating this wealth of information about characters and people and things that I can incorporate into characters that I had to build from the ground up. Anyway, it's a great exercise. I highly recommend you try it. Stay informed about the industry. This is crucial. Whether you're in a major city or a smaller market, there are countless online resources available. Keep tabs on union negotiations, even if you're not a member yet, because you will be someday. And we'll talk about unions and joining them and when you should, when you shouldn't on another episode, but look at them as your future union. And if there's a local union office nearby, reach out, stay connected, stay informed, let them know you're going to be a future member someday and you just want to learn as much as you can about it. Stay updated on current casting projects, especially ones that are getting produced in your area. Knowledge truly is power in this industry. So by being an informed actor, you're going to gain a significant advantage. All right, that's a wrap. If you found value in this episode, please support by liking and subscribing. But most importantly, don't forget to believe in yourself and enjoy the journey. We'll see you tomorrow.